Shalom, shalom. This week's Shabbat is very special because on Friday night, not only will we be bringing in the sanctity of the Holy Sabbath, but it will also be the first night/day of the holiday of Sukkot. So I want to take a few minutes to talk about something that's very meaningful to me, especially that we just have come around the heels of Yom Kippur that we finished Monday night, and we're going into this holiday and how I really feel that it connects in a very deep, meaningful way. So on Yom Kippur, as we know, and hopefully before that, start Yom Tshuva and even the month of Elul, we were going through a process where we had a lot of vidoy, of confession, of work on ourselves, introspections, of trying to shed ourselves from all the baggage, all the bad things that we've done to bring ourselves and our neshama, our soul, down. Things that we regret horribly, things that we don't want to do again. And when Yom Kippur finished and God in his infinite mercy has forgiven us and we live on to see the next coming days, we go right away. It's a custom. People go right away into building the sukkah. Now, people ordinarily say the reason why they go straight into building the sukkah is because it's nice to go. The first thing that you should do is involve yourself in a mitzvah, in a positive commandment. But I think it's even deeper than that. I think it's a necessity. And why do I say a necessity? Because after we just spent this time going through purging ourselves of all of this baggage, all this bad stuff that we want to leave behind and start anew, it's very symbolic. Our body is like the house for our neshama, for our soul. And we've just come out pure after Yom Kippur, with all this regret and all this repentance that we did. And we are want to start anew. But what we're still in the same exact body that's used to all these, we've habituated ourselves to doing certain things. And it's very difficult. So we need this transitional stage to get us into where we're trying to go. And this transitional stage, when we're trying to be different and do different, it's a new place. We have to leave out, as if we're leaving outside of our body to go outside of ourselves, an extra measure of difficulty to this new place, this new situation that we haven't been for because we're trying to do new things and to grow, and we're putting our faith in God that he will help us. He will help us because we want to do better, and we're told that God helps somebody who wants to do better and be better. You just have to try a little bit and God will help you and he will make it easier and guide you through the way. Bezrat Hashem. And I think this is a pasuk in Yirmiyahu specifically speaks to me with this concept, and it's so, so beautiful. It says in Yirmiyahu, and we also say it in our tefillah in the high holidays, in Yirmiyahu, the second chapter, the second pasuk, it says, Ko amar Hashem, Zacharti lecha chesed nurayich, ahavat kilutayich, lechtech acharai bamidbar be'eretz lo zruah. And it's talking about, it says, God is reminding us of our loving kindness of our youth, the love of our nuptials, that we went after him in a desert and to go to a land that has not been sown. And to me, this is extremely symbolic of the situation that we are in this time period between Yom Kippur and Sukkot and to the next stage. Why? Because here we are. It's like you're in a desert, in a place that you've taken everything that you used to in your life of having those things to fall back on in your habits and to live your life, and you're starting from scratch from a new way. And when we doing this, we're putting our faith in God, and that's what the sukkah symbolizes. These are the huts, the temporary huts that we made when we left the servitude and the oppression of Egypt, and we became freemen, and we were going on to Israel to fulfill our destiny. But in the meantime, we were in this desert place, and we were protected by God. The schach, the roof that we put on our booths, they represent the ananei hakavod. These are the clouds of glory of God that protected us on this journey that we were on, so we can safely get and comfortably get to where we were going. And this, I think, represents if we put our faith in God as we're trying to transition from all those difficult things that brought us down to building our new selves. And we have to put our faith in God, and we have to look up at this schach that we have that represents God's protection, and know that if we try, that God's there with us to help us along on this journey, that we feel like we're empty and we're starting new and it's going to be so difficult, but you should feel this embrace of God, that as you are trying, as you are doing, as you are wanting to give yourself to the will of something higher and better and meaningful and good for you and good for your people and to our destiny in this, unsown land, to someplace that's going to yield these beautiful fruits of our labor, then that's what it represents. And so it's very, very fitting that after we come off Yom Kippur, we know that we're in a transitional, temporary place with God's protection. And that if we do that, and this is a holiday specifically of joy and of happiness, because most of the time when you start off and you're on a journey, it could be scary, it could be frightening, it could be dangerous. But if we know, and we do, when we see and we're reminded by all these symbols around us that God is with us, we're full of joy because we're in the embrace of God doing so. And this brings us so much happiness, and it allows us to celebrate while we are growing on to the next stages and doing what we love to do the most, which is celebrating with our people, with our God. And then we can close the holiday with an Shmini Atzeret Succot Torah and celebrate, really celebrate that now we can start the Torah fresh, anew, as a new person, and we can re-inhabit our homes, our house, our body, because we gave ourselves a full week of giving ourselves over in joy and in gladness, in servitude to God, with a constant reminder that He's there with us, and we'll be able to inhabit our regular homes and go on with our life reinvigorated. And with that, I wish you a very good Shabbat Shalom, and Samachtu Chagecha, be very happy, be very joyous, and look forward to seeing you next week. Bezrat Hashem. Shabbat Shalom.